exclusivity thing, and
yeah, that's crap.
Yeah, and I don't want to. So if you're a partner or an affiliate, whichever one is the smaller one, you have an exclusivity agreement with Twitch so that you can't post the same content to Twitch and other things within 24 hours. So if you like stream to Twitch, you can't also stream to YouTube.
What?
Yeah.
That's really weird. What the hell?
Yeah, it's absolutely
okay.
Awful.
That's weird.
All right, there's already 90 people in here. So,
are we on Facebook Live, by the way?
Yeah, we're on my Facebook as well. I've never done Facebook Live before, so I have no idea if it's going to work well.
What are all the platforms that you're streaming to right now, just so that I know what's
just
going on?
Facebook and YouTube.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, and I don't even know how to look at the Facebook live stream. Like, I'm trying to. I have never streamed to Facebook before. We're gonna click. Okay, I see it. Yeah, there's like 500 people watching it. So
let's go.
It's working. I think that's it. Then we're ready to go, man. Here we have. We're gonna kick it off then. And as the self-appointed host, hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 1 of The Good, the Dan, and the Florida Man. With me, we are your co-hosts. My name is Ben. I am the Florida Man.
I am Dan. I am the Dan.
And I'm Ryan. I go by Youth Pastor Ryan, hence how I got the good, I suppose.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. Yeah. If you were joining, if you've never seen either of these guys, they're super funny. Because this is streaming to my stuff, so I assume you're here for me. If you know them, welcome. You know them. You know everybody. If you don't know Dan or Ryan, well, this is your chance to get to know them. They're super funny, and all three of us are stand-up comedians as well, as much as the world is allowing us to be. So we have some shows coming up. I will be in Orlando, March 23rd. I'm doing a live taping for like a local TV show. It's called Funny Not Famous. And when my buddy who like hosts it asked me, I was like, James, I don't know. Can we make it famous, not funny? I feel like that would be.
I prefer that, like low bar.
But it's a live taping, so everyone, it's a free show. You're allowed to come to it. I'll put more info out on my website. That's March 23rd, and then I don't have anything until June. So June 6th, Side Splitters has a new club in Wesley Chapel, Florida. That ticket link is already active on my website, and then on June 16th, I'll be in Daytona Beach at the Hilton. No ticket link yet, but I'll put those up when they're available.
The Hilton, wow.
Yeah. Ryan, what you got going on?
So I am broadcasting a live show from Flappers Comedy Club in Burbank. It's 10 people are allowed to be there, but I've already sold those because, COVID. So it's just very spread out. But you can stream it through YouTube and things like that. And the link is on Flappers' website. Other than that, I'm performing at Middle Tennessee State University on the 10th, and then I'm performing at Christopher Newport News, Christopher News University. Boom, there. Sorry, I should have. I feel bad.
Ryan, they're paying you for this.
I know. But so Christopher Newport or Christopher News is in Newport News, and it's confusing. I love you.
Okay. If 2-Egg Florida didn't exist, Newport News, Virginia would be the dumbest city name.
It's so bad. But the college looks fun, and I'm super stoked to perform for them. So yeah, that's what I got. And then after that, it's just all virtual college shows. So if you go to Moorhead or you go to Meredith College, which fun fact, I dated a girl named Meredith for like 2 years, and so it's weird when I got the email in, Meredith College wants to hire you. I was like, I'm fairly certain she does not.
And Moorhead is what I get because I'm gay. Anyway.
All right. Dan, the rest of us can still get that. Like, you don't have to.
I'm sorry. I'll keep it PG for the rest of the time, but I am gay. So, yeah.
All right. What shows you got coming up, Dan?
I don't have a lot of shows. I just have every Monday I perform at Improv Broadway in Provo, Utah. I also happen to be teaching a sketch class every Tuesday there. So if you want to learn about digital sketch writing, I do an entire course there. So check it out.
Huh. Did not know that about you.
Yeah.
Probably should have guessed it. Gay
I'm an
comedian that lives in Utah. Yeah, you do improv. We're gonna look, guys. If you're watching, this is episode 1. We don't actually know how this is gonna flow, but this is probably my favorite part. Is when we discuss this. This is my favorite section of anything I'll ever do. This is story time. I love story time, and we have some stories for you, Dan. I want to start with you are getting a tattoo right after this.
I am getting a tattoo literally in an hour.
Your first
hour and a half. My first ever tattoo. I am very nervous. I am a very sensitive person. I hate
physically sensitive or emotionally sensitive.
No, I'm both of those. So, I might be emotionally damaged by the actual pain today, which is going to be an interesting time. But, I'm very nervous, mainly just because I have very sensitive skin too. I got a sunburn last year. Just a sunburn, and it blistered and did everything, and it was just like a regular sunburn. And so I'm very nervous that this is
different types of is like this is a regular sunburn. What is the next level of this is an irregular sunburn? It's blotchy.
I was out in the sun for 2 hours. Can't believe I got a sunburn. Yeah, Dan, that's how sun works.
Yeah,
what is it? You lived in Africa. What is happening?
I unfortunately moved to America where my body learned not to appreciate the sun as much. As you can tell, I'm very pale. Yeah, very.
Just come spend a week with me in Florida. You get way used to it. You won't be able to breathe too good, but oh boy, will your son get used to the sun? Okay, what is the tattoo? What are you getting?
I'm getting Bill Cipher. If you guys have watched Gravity Falls. You guys seen Gravity Falls? Okay, you need to watch Gravity Falls, first of all. Okay. That is an incredible cartoon.
I honestly thought you were about to say Bill Nye.
That's what I thought too.
I'm kidding. Bill Nye, it just says inertia is a property of matter straight across my chest.
Can I be real with you guys? I didn't grow up with Bill Nye. I didn't know, people would reference Bill Nye a lot. Now I know who he is. I'm enthralled. But
Bill Nye's nephew went to my school, and so we'd sit down to watch it in the 8th grade, and he was like, "That's my uncle," and I was like, "What is going on here?" Wow, okay, this is kind of weird. Yeah.
Okay, so you're getting Bill Nye, the science gravity falls guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
Basically, an Illuminati pyramid. So this is me selling my soul to Satan. Congratulations. Yeah, this is what happens when you reach 1 million followers on TikTok.
You have to sell your soul. Yeah. Oh, tattoo. Yeah. Oh. Okay, my bad. I thought
that's how you get inducted into the temple of Illuminati, guys. Jay-Z and Beyonce. Just watch a couple documentaries on YouTube. It'll be fine. You'll learn. Yeah. That'll be it.
Okay, so you're getting a tattoo of the Illuminati on your shoulder because of Gravity Falls in an hour and a half, and we love you for it, Dan. We're not gonna judge you harsher than we already do. But we might judge you for this one. You went on a date recently?
I did. Yes, I did. I go.
How did it go?
I just want to specify. As a gay person, I go on a lot of dates. Yeah, I don't know what it is about.
I feel like that was more of just a personal dig at me and Ryan, but
I was like,
I'm just guess who dates the most in the group? The fat guy. But,
low bar, man, compared to me and Ben. That's just hurtful.
We can't gain weight, Dan.
We'd love to. We didn't choose the wafy life. It chose us.
I came out looking like this.
Yes, but I've been on a couple dates. I went and painted pottery. So if you didn't think I was gay before, now you know for sure that I am gay.
When you said that, my first thought was wow, he leaned into it.
I'm not even joking. The guy messaged him, was like, "Hey, we're gonna go paint pottery," and I was like, "Ugh, stereotypes." I just couldn't. This feels bad. He was like, "When we're gay couple, we should do something really." I don't know. It was just very weird. And the weird part about it too was that again, we're in Utah, not a very like gay, super gay friendly place.
What?
But
No.
the whole time we were on the date, people were like looking at us like, the gay couple is here. And you could tell they were like, we should talk to the gay couple. I want to see what the gay couple thinks of our pottery. Like that was the whole thing the entire time. And I was like, it was just fun.
He was probably like at home going, he might not know this is Utah. He might not know like where I'm at. Pottery. There's no way that he can take this the wrong way. It's pottery.
Yeah,
he was like, I want to know exactly what type. Like, I want him to know exactly what type of gay man I am. It was like, this sends the message. Like, this is it.
I have a kiln at home. I make my own bowls. Like, what level of gay are you? On a scale of 1 to you make your own silverware. Like,
he did actually, in fact, paint a bowl. So you.
Wow.
He does own his own ceramic bowls, guys. At least 3 of them. So.
Oh my God.
What? Just really the only question we have for you. Is there going to be a second date? Dun dun dun.
Is there going to be? Actually, I just got a Snapchat from him, so I'm assuming so. Yeah, I think so.
Okay,
wow.
You said balls in his court.
Yes,
in the most business way possible.
Well, actually, if Dan just got a Snapchat from him, I have a feeling that the ball is in Dan's court, quite literally. Based on what we like. I'm just taking a shot.
Ding ding. Moving on. That's all the time we have.
Yes. Yes.
Right. You just posted a video. You went. I don't even know what to call extreme trampolining.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how else to call it. Somebody is going to correct me, and I'm very well aware of it.
Well, and the funny thing is, I went and did it, and I still don't know what to call it. Like, I have no idea. Like, it's just they call it like they're called junk tramp, and they do all these like they've got. Turns out there are levels of trampolines, and these are like super taut trampolines that can just spring you really high. And so my buddy was talking to him, was like, "Hey, you should come down, and we should hang out with these guys." And I'm as athletic as you can imagine.
No, not at all. Keep going.
Yeah, super great, and I look like every type of guy that gets hurt doing these things, and so I'm like, cool. And so I go down there, and we start like playing around. And if you've seen the video, you know that like the end, and the game plan was to like fake hit my head for the video. No,
right.
I legit not only hit my head, but I somehow hit my other head
at the
exact same time. I hit myself in the balls. But it wasn't even balls; it was more shaft. I double tapped myself.
Wait, are you saying you like tacoed yourself? Into your.
No, not like that. No, I did a body roll.
I was concerned. I was like, bro,
flexible.
You are very
impressed.
No, I wish I was that flexible.
also want to say that you went to a place called Junk Tramp and expected it to be like safe. So that is on you, kind of, I think.
Oh, it's 100% on me.
Okay, I just wanted to get this straight. You thought that you could fake an injury on a professional trampoline by falling, hitting the trampoline, coming back up, and then just smacking your face into the wall. And you're like, this will be good. And so what actually happened is you hit your face so hard that your Garden of Good and Evil was like, I want to get in on this, and then you smacked your balls.
I woodpeckered a wall. Like that's what happened. Like it was not exactly, dude. And not only that, like these walls that these guys are just easily like just jumping up to are like 10.5 feet. So I'm like, I'm not made for this. Like it was. Plus, I got a sunburn too, so I felt just dumb. Like, you ever gotten a sunburn while also being hurt in other ways?
This is the whitest podcast I've ever been a part of. We're talking pottery. We're talking trampolines and sunburns.
Listen, I just wanna put this out into the world here. I don't get sunburns.
Really?
Wow.
I grew up on the beach.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Well, like that was the thing. That was why it was so weird for me last year, because I'd never sunburned before.
You've never stayed outside.
I've always been like, yeah, because you're always in the sun in Africa. Wait, what did you say? I don't know if I heard.
I don't know
if I heard what you said. Wait, what was that? What? No, but yeah, it's like a weird. It was just very weird to like experience it for the first time, because I was like, I hate everything about this, especially because it was so bad. But that's just because I live in Utah, so that's just the problem.
Right. I have a question. Ryan, did you get good at all? We know how it ended. Not good, but like,
I mean, no, I was able to do like some like flips and stuff like that, but not enough that no, I didn't. I'm just honored that you'd ask. I think that's nice that you even had faith in me to ask if I got good. Because no, man, I did not.
Well, I said got. Like it took a while, you know. Like you didn't just get out there.
Yeah, no.
Is this an actual profession though? You said extreme trampolining. Like, are there professional trampoliners?
So they're aerialists with like Cirque du Soleil and things like that. Like that's what they do. And so they're amazing. And
and you're not.
No, I'm not. I'm totally.
They're really good at trampolines, and Ryan is funny.
Sometimes. Like, I mean,
this is like a thing that you said just in passing to me, Ryan. You have you have a warrant out for your arrest. Is this?
Yeah, no, that's true. That's accurate. That's like a real thing that's going on right now. Actually, to make it more fun, I actually don't know, to be honest, if it's still up for my arrest. Let me.
Well, I guess this is one way to find out.
Let me just show you. So I had to block off my address, but yeah, this is a warrant notification. Seriously,
put that back up. We're gonna.
Oh no!
Yeah, we're soloing. Yep, warrant notification.
Hi, Mom. Like, I told you someone would finally want me. Like that's.
I've got a date with the law.
Yeah, I do. Dan gets real dates. I get court dates. Fun for the whole family.
Between gay dates and straight dates. Gay dates are consensual, and straight dates end up in prison.
No.
That joke had a lot more layers than I was originally intending it to.
Yes. Your face as you went through it was just like, oh no. Like,
you can see the like.
I didn't love it.
Look, that joke was like an onion. It didn't smell good.
No.
What did you do?
So technically, I was. So here's the thing. I was driving back from my grandma's house. My grandma was in hospice at the time. Guys, don't be sad. She's no longer dying.
Wait, hold on. So we're celebrating. You made it, Grandma. No, we're not.
She made it somewhere.
Well, that's what actually I was intending on.
No. She's no longer
She's
dying.
No longer miserable on earth.
She completed the act. That's
as Jesus once said, it is finished.
I don't think I don't think those were her last words. Like that's. But so I'm driving home. Obviously, I got some things on my mind, and I get pulled over by the cop, who, by the way, is impressed. And I know this because he told me he was impressed at how fast I was going.
Okay. I was like, what part? What was he impressed? I can't imagine like an actual officer of the law like walks up to you, looks at you, and his first thought is, "I'm impressed."
Yeah, I can tell you something. No one has ever walked up to me and their first thought has been, "I'm impressed." Okay, like that's never. It doesn't matter what level of the law.
Maybe he was just trying to find something to be impressed about. He was like, "I'm impressed by your speed."
Maybe he just got done with a class where he's like, "This is how you talk to children. Compliments, figure it out. It's a compliment sandwich." So he walks up and he's just like, "I'm impressed by your speed. You were going so fast there, buddy.
Wow, little guy, you
by the
lightning!" Like, oh my gosh, yeah. When he comes up to me, he's like, "Hey man, I want to let you know something. Like, I've never had to pull someone over this way." He goes, "I actually just got the radar on the car behind you, who was going 10 miles over the speed limit, and you passed them like they were standing still." And so I was like, oh, not
Ryan.
great. So
this is like your Lindsay Lohan moment. This is like you. This is you going down.
Welcome to 2009. This is Britney Spears on the line.
Guys, I'm shaving my head. Don't worry. Like, But
this is you rebelling against famousness. You're like, I hate it.
I can't do it.
I'm so famous. I can speed anywhere.
I went to school in Michigan, and in Michigan, you really can. Like they never pull you over for speeding. That's the craziest part. Is like the west side of Michigan. So I was on the west side, and if you've been, the east side is Detroit, so that's probably where all the cops are.
Yeah.
Based on what we know. And so to the west side, there's like no cops ever, and you are just allowed to go haul. I mean, at one point there was a buddy of mine who we made it 30 miles, and I want to say it was like 18 minutes. Like it was not an appropriate.
There's a highway in Florida in Orlando. If you live in Orlando, if you've ever driven on the 408, you're very well aware of it. The speed limit on this toll road, like that goes east-west across all of Orlando, the speed limit is like 55 miles per hour. But cops do like 80, and people just like, yeah, we're just gonna follow them now. Like that's
Oh, I just realized this will put into perspective my how much I speed. So in LA, also, like when you can speed, the cops are like, go for it. Get out of there, man. Because it's traffic all the time. So when it's available, just go. And I knew I was speeding one time because I was driving my car and I looked over to my right and there is a high-speed chase happening and I was passing them. So I was like, oh no.
At that point, it's just a speed chase. It's not really high.
Well, they were only going like 80, and I was like, what are they even trying to get away? Like, what's happening here?
So you zoom past a high-speed chase. This cop pulls you over, just wildly impressed.
Yeah, so the high-speed chase was a different time, but yes, this cop pulls me over. He's wildly impressed. He's like,
wait,
hey, man,
I'm sorry. Hold on. That was a different time?
Yeah, because I got pulled over in Missouri, so I'm wanted in Missouri. But I passed the high speed.
I'm yet to be wanted in LA.
It's true. Yeah. Ask
Okay.
any studio. They know I'm not wanted there.
How does this? So he pulls you over and then just immediately goes to arrest warrant?
No. So that's the thing. So they issue me a ticket. He's like, "Hey man, I'm gonna issue you a ticket." I was like, "My grandma's dying," and he was like, "Cool." And then he issues me a ticket.
10% off. Yeah.
I wish. No. I got the full thing. And so in Missouri, the way that Missouri's a little weird this way. You can pay to have your tickets fixed in Missouri, where it goes from a speeding ticket to a non-moving violation. So like you don't get points on your driver's license.
Right. Okay.
So I go to do that and I pay the lawyers, and the lawyers go, "Cool, we got it taken care of." And they're like, "We'll send you a bill so that you can pay the city." They just never did that at all. They never did that. And so this warrant was issued on on October 28th, 2020. And I got it in the mail on December 16th, 2020. So I was wanted for a good couple of months before they actually...
It's not like you were hiding.
No, well, get crazier.
There's 3 million people that know where you are at all times. And the cops are like, oh, we can't seem to find him. It's
how do we
the
get it?
FBI looking for insurrectionists. They're just like, can anyone please help? We have his picture. But that's it.
There's a little boy running around Missouri. We need to find him. He's very impressive. He's a very impressive young man.
There's a 12-year-old boy driving high speed across the state of Missouri right now, and we have no idea where he's at.
He looks like a young Christopher Robin. Like that's what we're trying to do. But yeah, and so here's the thing. The craziest part is they don't get this. I get this. And my dad's like, you're wanted by the police. I was like, yeah.
About time someone wants me.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe they'll put me on a psych hold. I haven't been held in so long. Like that's
right.
Here's the thing though. It gets crazier. I call, so I'm wanted in Franklin County, Missouri. I call the Franklin County Municipal Court. The clerk.
Not what usually people do when they have a warrant out. They don't go to that city. But yeah, go on. There's so much I could teach you about avoiding the law. But yeah.
Only the guy from Florida knows how to do that.
Listen, there's survival skills they teach you at elementary school, and I'm just here to pass it on.
Look, Team Purity over here, I was like, I can't be a criminal forever. Like,
I need to repent.
I do, exactly.
Look, like if I got a warrant for my arrest in Frankfort, Missouri or whatever, my first thought was like, I guess I'm not going there ever again. your first thought was like, oh dear, I must have this taken care of. I can't have anyone thinking that I've done a bad.
I don't want my children to come away thinking their father might be like an outlaw like that. I don't have kids, by the way, but in the future, I'd like them. That's. But anyway, yeah. Here's the thing, though. I call to get because I was like, I wanted to apologize and be like, how do I fix this?
I wanted to apologize. Oh my god! Not even. I wanted to. He didn't go, I want to get this taken care of. He just said, well, he just wanted to be like, I am so sorry for speeding in your town. I was having a bad day. I just want to do you guys hate me? Do you guys hate me?
It's really my self-consciousness is like, you guys aren't mad, are you? I don't want to go to the principal's office.
Please don't be mad with me, sir. I don't want to do this.
So you call up the city of Franklin, Missouri to apologize for misbehaving.
And they don't pick up the phone.
Well, why would they?
Yeah, right. But I'm trying to turn myself
Franklin,
in.
Missouri. It's like it's like food season or so. I don't know what they do in Franklin. It's high tide right now, man. They're busy.
Dude, they had nothing to do. But I called them and I left a message and I was like, "Hi, my name's Ryan Kelly. You want me? I've been told."
You left a message?
That sounds like a very sexual message too. Like it's like, hey, it's Ryan Kelly. I know you want me. Come and find me.
How many licks does this take? I don't.
Well, and there's the thing is like 4 days later, they still hadn't called me back. So I called them again and they still didn't pick up. Dude, it took me 5 calls to get them to just pick up the phone. And I'm leaving messages. They're getting more desperate. I'm getting more like enthusiastic.
Yeah, you sound like the desperate one here. You're like, it's been 5 days since I've apologized to someone about I'm losing my mind. I'm gonna answer the phone so I can say I'm sorry. So hard.
When I'm leaving messages with like my email address, my number, so they can get back to me, and they're just not calling.
It's like, hey, I bought some handcuffs on Amazon. Drive to you? Like,
yeah. Do you want me to catch an Uber to you? I don't think I could stay in that parking zone. I don't want another ticket, so I have to do this again.
If I leave my car in your parking lot for the duration of my sentence, will it get impounded or can I just go pick it up? I'll leave it at Walmart. That's fine.
Walmart would get it. They're fine. They're good. But finally, I get a hold of this woman who is the county clerk, and I'm like, "Hi, Sherry," and she's like, "Hi, what's your name?" And I go, "I'm Ryan Kelly," and she goes, "Oh, we keep talking about you," and I'm like,
"Oh my God. Oh, you're the boy." Yeah, she calls other people in. She's like, Cheryl's coming in. Cheryl's Ryan on the phone. Come, Ryan's on the phone.
We got him.
I don't know how things are going in LA for you, Ryan, but you're crushing it in Franklin, Missouri right now.
Absolutely dominating that scene.
My question is, how many cases do they have that they are talking about you on a regular basis? Either that or it's just a bunch of old women being like, the impressive young man from the other day is calling.
Well, here's the
I think in a town like that, it's the same people, like eight times a week. So she's like telling the people that were there, she's like, "Oh, Thomas, hey, Ryan called. He's your new cellmate, dude. You want
him in today? Should we just keep him out? Is that fine?" We don't know how. I'll jive with the regular criminals.
What if their entire plan was just to arrest you because they wanted to meet Youth Pastor Ryan? That is another question, right? What if that's like the whole plan?
I genuinely wanted it. I almost said headshots, but that's not it. Mugshots.
You're like,
because by the way, it's $75 for bail, but like I would just wanted a smiley mugshot. Just, "Hi guys," like I thought that'd be fun. I get the flannel. It'd be awesome.
Goofiest, silliest, whitest thing you've ever seen. Hi, I'm Youth Pastor Ryan. I turned myself in and then took the smiliest mugshot they let me.
I wanted to get arrested for the mugshot. I think that'd be so cute.
I turned myself in so I could apologize to the city of Franklin, Missouri. And this is what I got out of it.
And this is it. Yeah. But by the way, I paid off what should have been the ticket, and
Wow.
And I asked her on the way out, I was like, hey, because we've been having like some miscommunications.
On the way out, or
No,
like before you hung up with the people that want to arrest you?
Before I hung up with the people that want to arrest me, I said, okay, I'll pay that. And they're like, okay, then we won't arrest you. And I was like, that seems fair. And then she's like, and I go, hey, can you send me an email to let me know that I'm no longer wanted? And she goes, why, you don't trust me? And I panicked. And and I went, huh! And she goes, ha, I'm screwing with you. And I was like, what is going on? Like, whose side are you on?
Yo, they knew they could mess you tried to call a city that wanted you arrested for 5 straight days just to apologize. They're like, oh, we're gonna have fun with this one.
No, Ben, I wish. I called them 5 times over the course of like 2 weeks. I mean, I just wanted them to talk to me, and they really didn't want to talk to me, I guess.
Every time Ryan's like, hey, do you guys hate me? No. Hey, do you guys hate me? No.
Yeah, I'm feeling a little self-conscious. I miss you guys. Like, I'm missing this.
Oh, it's me again. It's Ryan.
Yeah, there we go. It's Ryan. He's back. Are we okay? Like, oh my gosh,
that's great. I dare you to try to do the same thing in LA and see what their reaction is.
Well, so
I want to know what happens with that.
Dude, I never got an email.
We do not have time.
Oh,
you never got the email?
I never got the email, so I could still be wanted in Franklin.
You should call them.
No, they won't pick up.
You should definitely double check that in some way, shape, or form.
Pull out your phone right now. Call them on the cast.
Okay, I'll do that. Let's do this.
They're not going to answer. They're not. They're going to leave a voice message.
Here we go.
Hey, so sorry to bother you. It's me again.
We're doing this on a live stream.
Yeah, we absolutely are.
You have reached the Franklin County Municipal Court. Office hours are Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. We are located on the 3rd floor of the historic county courthouse at 15 South Church Street, room 306 in Union, Missouri. Our fax number is 636-584.
Oh, fax number. Yeah, that's.
Probably shouldn't have that all the way up.
We should just get the entire audience of the podcast to call Franklin and leave messages and be like, is Ryan still a criminal? 500 messages from random strangers.
That would be amazing. Press one. Awesome.
Yeah, leave a message.
Your call is being transferred.
Mm-hmm.
What if we get this resolved on a call like this?
It's not going to answer. They're not going to answer. It's 6:48 p.m. in Missouri right now.
It's true.
But I want them to.
I want them to so.
How are you going to introduce yourself? You're going to say, hey, it's me again?
Pretty much should.
Hey, it's Ryan again.
You guys are actually going to see how I talk on phones, and it's embarrassing.
It's going to be, yeah. I have to lower my voice on phone so people don't think I'm a woman.
What?
You've reached Franklin County Municipal Court. Sorry we weren't able to answer your call this time, but if you leave your name, number, and a brief message, we will get back to you. Thank you.
Hi. Oh my gosh, sorry. Hi, my name is Ryan. And I was calling because there was previously a warrant out for my arrest, and it was because of a speeding ticket, and I paid it online, but I never got the email saying that I paid it, and so I just want to make sure that I'm not wanted. So if you can give me a call back at this number, that would be fantastic, or email at ryankellycomedy@gmail.com. That would be great. Thank you so much. What happened there? I'm doing that comedy email.
You should have ended it with just like, hey, if you guys ever want a show, if you guys ever want to do like a private event for like the cops,
That's Ryan's entire secret motive is to get comedy shows at the Franklin, Missouri detention center.
Precinct. Oh my god. Oh
wow.
He gets up there, he's like, hey, I'm just here to serve my time.
He's like, I need new material. I need a mugshot, headshot.
He said, hi. Oh, I'm sorry.
Dude, my voice, okay. I went to the doctor today because I've got like a sore throat type thing. Which, by the way, they've even been like, it's not COVID, and I was like, cool. They were like,
you're not gonna spread that to us over the camera, right?
Yeah. I know, but it's like I didn't even get like I just got. Do you know how weird it is in COVID time to get regular sick? Do you know how disappointing that is at a certain point where people are like, we can't be around you, but not for like special reasons. Like I mean, it's just like I'm the only person during COVID that could get strep. You know, like how is that happening? So I don't even know what I have, but they think it's allergies, and so that's been going on, and that's new, and so that's what happened when I couldn't talk to the poor lady who is now. She's so nice, by the way. She's got a real sweet sense of humor.
You probably just made her weak. This poor little boy is calling us again, Cheryl. Oh, Cheryl, he's calling again. You wanna come on now? Just puts on speakerphone. Hi, I'm so sorry.
I sound like a guy trying to pretend to be an adult. You know what I mean? Like that.
This is not a man. This is 3 children in a trench coat.
I'm so sorry.
Oh my
This
god!
is crazy. My favorite was just how you cleared your throat beforehand, asshole. They're like, the young man from a few months ago is back on the phone again. Here he is. I'm a man.
Out of the 3 of us, I think Ryan is the least likely to have a warrant out for his arrest.
Exactly. That's how
But by far the most likely to turn himself in for it.
Oh, absolutely. I am so dedicated to just serving my time, my pain to society. Like that's.
I'd probably lose my warrant. They'd send it. I'd be like, I'm going to put this here. And then someone would come over and be like, is this a warrant for your arrest? I'd be like, oh, whoops.
Whoopsie daisy. When was that served? 2017. Oh,
they forgot about it.
I guess they don't care. You know, like that's.
I don't even know.
I've just been tearing up. My face hurts from laughing.
We're gonna get so many good sound bites from that.
Oh, absolutely.
Like now, my story just sounds so dumb in comparison.
Well, what did you do? What'd you end up doing?
I have been traveling recently. Like all of February, I went to like a few different cities because I'm trying to move out of Florida. So I went to a few different cities. I went to Atlanta, Denver, and LA. And I tried to do it as safely as possible. And by that, I mean, I really just didn't like see people. I went to a couple shows and then when I get home, I get tested and I just don't do anything for a couple of days. So as safely as possible, like, touring some houses and stuff. But I was coming home from LA at the same time that like the whole country was under snow. So my connecting flight it was supposed to be to Texas and then to Orlando. Texas got shut down. So I had to redo another connecting flight, and I got a connecting flight in Chicago. So I was supposed to fly from LA to Chicago back to Florida, and it's fine. And as I'm landing, like coming down into Chicago, I get service again. I get a text from United that says, hey, your flight from Chicago to Orlando has been canceled. And then immediately after that, another text that was like, we also highly recommend you do not fly out tonight, no matter what. Because of severe weather. And at that moment, there was a part of me that was like, yeah, that's fine. I'll just stay in Chicago. Like, there's stuff to do in Chicago. I'll go, like, flick the bean or whatever they do in Chicago. I don't know. They have a bean. I don't know what you're supposed to do with it. I've never actually found the bean, personally.
Really? Dude, yeah. I used to live, like, 2 blocks away from the bean, and it took me, like, 3 months to realize I lived 2 blocks away from the bean. And it was because I was trying to get to Millennial Park.
I heard you're supposed to like ask a woman and she can take you to the bean. But like I've never seen it personally.
No. You're supposed to
bean. I've never even thought about the bean. I don't know where the bean is located at all.
Ben, you start by asking where they want to eat, and then they say they don't know, and then it just becomes like you'll ask, but you'll never get to know. Like that's
they want to take a picture by the bean. Like that's how it ends up.
Yeah,
so,
something like that.
So like I'm like landing
conversation,
and like I was perfectly fine. Like I had actually just put out a couple feelers. I was like, hey, do I have any friends in Chicago? Like a couch to crash on or whatever. And then as we're like pulling into the terminal, the pilot comes on and he's like, oh, the local time is, 4 p.m. or whatever. The current temperature in Chicago is 10 degrees and dropping. And my poor Floridian heart jumped out of my chest. I was like, I got to get off this plane right now. I got to go home tonight. I'm not staying in Chicago. And I had only packed for LA. I had like 3 days worth of LA. I had shorts and t-shirts and like 1 pair of pants. And I was like, this is not going to work. Oh, no. So we landed, I run off the plane. I get to the customer service desk and I'm just like desperate. I'm like, hey, I got to get to Florida. And this woman goes, well, did you check a bag? I've never checked a bag in my life, but I did it for that flight.
No.
This first time in my life I had checked a bag. And it was one of those things where it was like, this flight is going to be full. We will complimentary check your bag if you do it right now. And I was like, I'm a nice guy. I don't need anything in my bag. Let me check. Of course, you would just be a good person.
Yeah. Always.
Right?
Oh, wow.
And by the way, the person at LAX that checked my bag for me was like, yeah, thanks. And I was like, oh, wow, I don't want to do it anymore. Like, give it back. So I'm in Chicago and the lady's like, did you check a bag? And I was like, I did. And she goes, well, I can't transfer you because it's not going to end up in the same place that you are. And I said, yes, you can transfer me. It is just clothes. I live in Florida. We don't need them. Like, it's fine.
I am shirtless 24/7. You don't understand.
She goes, well, we don't know. Like, this could end up back in LA. This could end up in Chicago. This could end up in Orlando. I was like, ma'am, as of right now, so could I. Send me home. And she goes, okay. Type. Is Jacksonville okay? Like, that was the first and only thing that came up on the screen. Because apparently, like, while the entire rest of the country was like, don't fly, severe weather, Jacksonville, Florida was down here just like, send it, man.
Fly.
Anything.
What's alive for it?
I looked up the weather. It was thunderstorms in Jacksonville at that. Like, they did not care. They were like, it's fine, man. I'm not the one flying. Like,
yeah, I'm just in the tower. The tower's not going to fall over. Like,
it's the most Jacksonville thing I've ever heard in my life. They're like, yeah, you can leave a snowstorm, come down through a thunderstorm. It's fine. Like, either we're picking you up off the plane or off the ground. Like, either way, we're going to have to pick you up. So it's fine. And at no point was I just like, yeah, that's probably not a good idea because I was cold. I was like, what? Yeah, send me home. Jacksonville. I'll figure it out. And she goes, okay, type. And then she stops and looks me up and down and goes, you're good. You can make it.
What?
I had no idea.
That's the Chicago version of a Missouri impressive. It's like you look like you can make it.
Missourians are like, that's an impressive specimen. Chicago's like, you can do things. Yeah, you're functional. You can provide. Like,
that was just a general view. She was like, you're gonna make it, son. You're gonna make it.
I didn't know. Like, did she think you were gonna be make a wish kid? I was like bundled up. I had like 8 layers in Chicago. She's like, oh, poor baby. You're good. You can make it. I had no idea what she meant, and I was like, excuse me? Like, make what? And she goes, this flight leaves in 6 minutes. Run.
Where? What do you just
run?
Bro, it wasn't even like she didn't take the time to be like, by the way, you're gonna want to go that way down the hall, take a left, it's gate C2, run. She was just like, it leaves in 6 minutes. Run, go. And I started running, and as I'm like running through the hallway, she's yelling directions at me while I'm running away from the customer. Like, I'm running away, and she like, I'm like Charlie with a golden ticket.
To the right!
Going, run to gate C2, Charlie. C2, Charlie. Run straight home. Don't stop for Wetzels. Keep on going. No portals for you.
That's the most O'Hare thing I've ever heard. Because flying out of Midway is so chill, but O'Hare is like, get there! Like, it's just
I told this story on TikTok, and every single person from Chicago was like, that's O'Hare. And I'm like, it shouldn't be. Have y'all ever thought that this is not okay?
O'Hare's the only airport where I feel like I had a fear of dying at some point. And it wasn't for any particular reason. It was just like the energy it was giving off was like, I remember I was passing through from, I think it was Dubai or something. And I remember I came in at like 2 a.m. and I walked out of the airplane like ramp area and I was like, I don't like this place.
Dan, I just want to, like, have you ever walked off an airplane into any airport in Florida?
No. What is that?
All right. Yeah.
Can I just say,
don't worry about it.
Should I prep myself? Is that...
Bro, just honestly waterboard yourself for like 5 to 10 minutes a day for like a week leading up.
In prep,
I spent a month in the Mojave Desert in Southern California with the Army once. Flew back home, landed in Orlando, and I was like, I can't. It's so hard. So like I'm running. She's still standing.
Dan, just clarify. Dan, you said that you were more afraid. You came from Dubai. You were more comfortable being gay in Dubai than being in the O'Hare airport. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
I was like, what? At least I feel welcome in Dubai.
You're a gay man from Africa living in Utah, and you felt less safe in the Chicago O'Hare airport than you do just on like Monday.
Okay, no, but let me tell you why too, though. Right? It was really weird because everyone got off the plane, but in like 5 minutes, everyone was gone, and I had a layover into Utah like that morning. It was just dead quiet, and there was just this dark, ominous old man shining the floors, and he kept looking at me like, like I don't know. I was like, I need to listen to Britney Spears. We gotta get
I need some Enya. Where does it go? What happens after this?
So
yes,
I'm running. Yes. She never leaves the customer service desk. And like I'm halfway to the gate at this point. I'm going to tell you more about how I got to the gate, but like halfway to the gate, I realized that she never gave me a boarding pass. She just told me go, and I started running. And I'm assuming like she emailed the gate and she was like, here's the boarding pass for this child that's going to be sprinting at you. Like he's going to look disheveled. It's not going to be pretty. We think he's Make-A-Wish, but just let him on the plane. And so, okay, I turn around. I'm already in the right terminal, which I think is the only thing that saved my life. So I turn around. I leave the customer service desk. I run down. So I'm looking. There's 2 flights of escalators or stairs, and I'm just like, escalators are not going to happen. I sprint down the stairs, and like part of me is like, yeah, just make this an 80s high school movie. Slide down the banister.
No.
I tried it at full speed. I just like bounced off the rail. I was like, that was a bad idea. I shouldn't have known that. I'm sprinting. They have like the moving walkway. There's two levels of this moving walkway they have, but the first level is completely blocked by people that stand on a moving walkway. How dare you? So I sprint on the normal floor past the moving walkway, and there are people not moving, like barely going slower than me, just like watching me run past. And then I hit the second one. The second one was open. I started running on the moving walkway, and I felt like Sonic the Hedgehog. I was like, this is the fastest I've ever moved. Like Usain Bolt was the second fastest person in the world after I hit the moving walkway at the Chicago O'Hare airport. I was booking it. And I come out of this hallway, and then you're in the terminal. So you look up, and you actually see what gate you're at. And I was at gate C20, and I needed to be at gate C2 in 5 minutes. So It's to the left. I book it. I am just full sprint in the Chicago O'Hare. I'm pushing children out of the way. I'm like stiff arming. I shoulder checked an old lady just for the adrenaline. Just for the adrenaline. At one point, I hurdled at a park bench in the airport, and like with perfect form, by the way. I did hurdles in high school. It just came out of me. I was like, got it. And then, like, while I'm running, part of me is like, why do we have park benches in airports? This is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. And I look up at this point, and I see my gate, and it's just one woman slowly closing the door to like gate C2. And my only thought was like Indiana Jones. Like, I'm gonna have to like, this isn't even the correct direction, but Indiana and I get up there, and then the woman sees me, like she makes eye contact with me, and she goes, "Hey, are you Brainerd?" And I was like, "Yeah, I am." And she goes,
Can't tell by my disheveled look and stress. Are you the guy that's supposed to be here?
I would pay
Are you the
money
one person
to
that's
see how
missing
they
off this
described
thing?
you. Like, I would pay money to see that email of the exact description, a 3-line breakdown. Your character has to be beautiful. Like, I mean,
the girl's like, I told him to run, lol. Get ready for him. Make sure you're acting like you're closing the door so that he's really stressed. Are you
there? I was like, "Yeah, that's me." And she goes, "You just made it." And I was like, that's the most anticlimactic way to end this. At least like fight me for it or something. Like, and I get on the plane and I sit down, and the woman next to me just goes, "Why are you sweating?" And I was like, "Ma'am,
I hope you gave her
words. Don't speak to me for the rest of this flight. I don't want your energy. Don't ask questions. Don't ask someone sweating in an airport why there's no good answer for it.
There isn't. Not one. I'm a little nervous. I have a plan that I have to carry out. Like, what? Like,
why are you sweating? I was like, shut up. Shut up right now.
I was hoping that you were going to say that you told her the full story in detail.
No,
like,
no, I did not.
You see, I was in...
I was sweating on an airplane in Chicago O'Hare Airport. I didn't want to tell her a story, but I got my revenge because she's not a smooth flyer by any means. And we had to go up through a snowstorm and down into a thunderstorm. And I don't panic for anything. So I got to sit there minding my own business, completely chill, phone on the drop down thing. I was just watching Big. I wasn't even holding my phone. I was letting it like slide back and forth and just like bouncing on the tray. And this woman was losing her mind. And I was just like chuckling. I was like,
Gotcha. You should have asked her. You should have been like, why are you so sweaty?
Oh,
that would have been so much better. I landed in Jacksonville. I had Lonnie pick me up, and at like midnight, he takes me to a Waffle House to decompose. And like, that's what we do.
That's how you de-stress is a
decompress, not decompose. You're not breaking down. Like, what? Which Waffle House is perfect?
Yeah,
I was just like, I give up. I give
de-stressing, whatever. So I ate like a whole all-star special at a Waffle House and just felt the most best I felt that day. I had to like sit in the United like custom baggage claim area for like 30 minutes for a lady to come out so I could be like, hey, my bag's not here. She's like, where is it? I was like, that's a really good question. I honestly don't know.
I wouldn't ask. Yeah, like that.
I had to fill out some paperwork so that they could ship my clothes to my home. And they did, but they didn't get to my house until the day I left for Denver. I landed in Denver, and my aunt texted me. Was like, "Hey, your clothes are here." I was like, "Oh, just in time." This is perfect. United commented on that TikTok video of me talking about this, and instead of saying things like, "So sorry for that experience. Here's some free miles," they were like, "Haha, you're good. You can make it." That's all they said. The official United TikTok page commented, haha, you're good, you can make it, on my TikTok video. And that's it.
They would, though, after the whole engine failure thing, I feel like, though. I don't know. The more stories I keep hearing about United, the more I'm just like, never. I will never go on another United flight again. That is so scary, dude. Wow.
Oh, man. Okay, that brings us to the end of story time. That was a lot, and that's my favorite part.
Absolutely. Oh, I love that.
That was so fun.
We're gonna jump into news in a flash. So this is the section that we just talk about the trending topics from this past week, and we're just gonna rip right through them real quick. And if we have thoughts about them, we're gonna ship them. So first one, Lady Gaga's dogs got stolen. You guys see that?
I did. Yes.
Her dog walker got shot.
For the dogs.
For the dog.
It's insane.
No, I'm not taking a bullet for those dogs.
No.
Can you imagine?
I'd be
getting
like,
that
bro, I can
Rover
help you.
thing?
Imagine just being a dog walker in LA right now. You're just like, my life, like never before has there been such an unprofessional profession. So extremely dangerous at this point.
Yeah, people
right?
are like writing articles.
It's
The
like
dog
X
walker
Games right
tells
now.
his harrowing experience. Dog walkers shouldn't have a harrowing experience.
Ever.
And then Lady Gaga puts a $500,000 reward for these dogs. And every essential worker in America goes, I could have just robbed someone.
Well, that's not even the best part. $500,000, and if you return the dogs, they'll ask no questions. Can you imagine? Yeah.
No, I have questions.
Well, can you imagine?
They said no questions asked?
Yeah, no question. So just to clarify, they were like, hey, like, we won't clear up this whole you shot my dog walker thing. Can you imagine you got paid $10 on Rover to walk dogs, and then the people that stole your dog are about to make $500,000 and not be asked questions?
Excuse me. Hey, just real quick. That's nothing to do with anything we were talking about. Do you guys want to rob someone real quick? Is that like a
Yes.
You guys
Have
want
you
to
guys
rob
seen the movie
people?
Seven Psychopaths? Have you guys seen it? That's the whole premise of the movie. Is they just steal dogs and they return them to them for reward money. And I'm like, oh man, this is it. Like that.
Lady
Interesting business
Gaga's
model.
last thoughts on Lady Gaga. Going once, going twice. Moving on.
Gay people are very extra. That's my $500,000. No.
Texas and Mississippi have raised all their COVID restrictions. Well, we gotta.
Well, we know where we can tour, I guess.
Yeah. Texas and
Don't wanna make
Mississippi,
it.
we're coming for you.
I'm just sitting in Florida going, y'all had restrictions?
Same for Utah.
We gave it like 21 days in this state. Like we gave from like March 13th to like mid-April, and then we were like, we're done.
Utah was the only, as far as I know, Utah was the only state that didn't have a lockdown, like an official, like, don't leave your house, don't do anything. So I was like everyone else is like wearing masks, going into stores. The stores are wide open, people. I literally went shopping, like emergency shopping. And this was like kind of at the peak of the vibe check stuff. I literally had a crowd of people being like, you're the vibe check guy. And I was like, get away from me. I don't know what's going on. I got like mobbed during the official lockdown. It all started too because a worker was sitting in the store and she was like, just started screaming. And I was
No.
Especially during COVID, you don't want to hear just someone randomly screaming in a grocery store.
No.
It was a bit wild.
LA's handled it ridiculously. Like it's just like, it's exactly as you'd imagine. Like LA likes to be like, it's always funny to me that like LA County was one of the worst for a while. But if you notice, everyone's super pretentious, like just stay at home, just wear a mask. It's like, then why is it so bad here?
Yeah.
What happened? Did you guys all go to the celebrity parties? Did our governor just hang out with people and it didn't matter? Like, it's weird. It's like,
People will be like, hey, you know it's bad in Florida right now? And I'd be like, yeah.
Yes.
It's always bad in Florida. Like, I've done shows in a few different states now, and somebody will always ask me, like, "Hey, what's it like living in Florida during a global pandemic?" And I have to be like, "It's exactly what you think it is." like if you came to Florida and started telling a bunch of Floridians that it's dangerous to go outside, we would all be like, "Yeah, we know." You're just now figuring this out.
We done been new. Like that's the whole thing.
If you want to stay safe, you should wear a mask. And you're like, what?
You should wear armor. Like
yeah, you're like, there are a lot more protective stuff you should.
Yeah.
Last thought about Texas, Mississippi. I feel like Texas raised their restrictions, and then Mississippi was just like, notice me.
Yep. Yeah.
I exist.
Last thoughts. Going once, Going twice. Moving on. Meghan Markle allegedly bullies someone in Buckingham Palace.
When does it stop being like what level of being an adult does it stop being called bullying? You know what I mean? Like it still is bullying, but like when
What
do
do
you
you-
call it like well, yeah, she's just mean. You know what I mean? Like it's not bullying, it's just mean.
It's just, hey.
Meghan Markle insults someone violently in Buckingham Palace.
I don't even.
I
really
feel like
know.
that's
If
why
I've
they
watched
don't
the
want her as part of the official like thing, because the actual shoes. Okay, ADHD. I forget common words all the time. What the royal family? They don't want her as part of the real royal family, and I think now I think it's just because they think she's a bully. They're just like, no, she's so mean to us.
I have like conspiracy. Okay, you guys didn't grow up under like weird, like, what do they call it? The Commonwealth.
Colonial
They
stuff.
say
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like colonial stuff. People used to like, I grew up with BBC where they would like celebrate the weddings and everything. And so I'm a little bit of a royal conspiracy theorist where I'm like, are the royals trying to destroy Harry and Meghan? I think so. Like, that's what I feel like it might be. So maybe that's just me watching too much of The Crown regularly, but yeah, I'm a little skeptical of that. I don't know.
I love the Dan has royal conspiracy theories, and I want this to become a regular part of what we're talking about. Like,
I'm like, let me tell you what the royals are up to.
We call it royally gay. Last thoughts about
like the royals. Oh my gosh.
Last thoughts about Meghan Markle being a bully. Going once, going twice. The stimulus check. Yeah.
Yes.
I've never gotten one.
I still need one as well.
I
I
haven't gotten a single one.
yeah.
I haven't gotten the six, or the new one that they're still voting on.
I got 1.6.
You got 1.6?
Nice. Yeah, it was nice. It felt good.
I got all of it. I'm like,
man.
They probably looked at me and they were like, "Oh, an African immigrant. We should probably send him some money. He needs
a gay African. It is a hate crime to not pay him."
I send a strongly worded email. I'm like, if you don't send it to me, I'm gonna put it all over TikTok. Get me.
I immediately took the stimulus check, and I knew that I just moved back home because it was COVID, and I was like, I wanted to be like in Missouri because California was way crazier than Missouri, and so one of the first things I bought because I wanted to film a TikTok was like a little toy tricycle, and I thought, you know what? You should have to give it back, the stimulus check, if like you don't have like if that's what you're gonna buy with it, like that's
you bought. You were Jigsaw. You were like, I know what I'm gonna do with this. I'm gonna make a movie, and it's gonna be called Saw 8, and I need the tricycle first.
No. That's where Ryan was caught in a high-speed chase on his tricycle. That's where the cop came and stopped him. He was like, "Hey, you just speeded on a tricycle. Like, you are very impressive."
Last thoughts on the stimmy. Going once, going twice, moving on. BYU is planning like a weird anti-gay counter protest.
Yay!
Dan, this is all you.
This is all me. Yeah. So basically, what's happening is BYU usually every semester there's a Rainbow Day to celebrate LGBTQ plus students.
Sure.
This year in particular, though, a whole bunch of Mormon contributors or whatever, I don't know what you call them, anti-protesters, getting together to form their own protest of Rainbow Day. And so they're planning this huge, elaborate, I don't know how to describe it. It's basically just people being hateful, and it kind of sucks, you know what I mean? It's also just weird because like the entire argument is like, if gay people get married, then straight people will stop having kids, right? Like, it's like,
that's fine.
Does the nuclear family become nuclear when you throw a gay couple next to them? Like, I am very curious.
I have a couple thoughts. One, you turn the Pride Festival into a parade, and now there's two choices they can make. They either join the parade and become gay, or they have to anti-protest the parade in one spot, at which point they're just supporting the parade.
That's true. Yeah. Or they're gonna be tired halfway through as they're following the parade. Like, I don't like this.
Yeah,
and it's just like
straight men don't have the lung capacity for for parades. So you just keep that bad boy a moving. They're either in it or supporting it, and there's no in between. You play It's Raining Men the whole time while you're throwing suckers out into the crowd.
That's it. That's
suck on our dum-dums, you know?
You have a very different view of what a gay stereotype is, Ben. That's suckers. That's what we gave.
No. I wasn't going with stereotypes. I was going with the gayest thing you can make straight people like. Because this isn't regular straight people. These are straight people that are so not okay with their own sexuality. Like the smallest thing will be like, "That's gay," and I'm not gay. So if you give a gay guy a banana or like a lollipop, they're like, "Not a chance. Not in public." So it's not being a stereotype. I'm just saying like that will upset them the most.
Well, the plan is to have a kiss in. That's what we're doing to anti-protest their anti-protest, basically.
How many levels does this hit? Like we're like
protesting each other until we like, I don't know, someone gets right somewhere.
I love a good protest. No matter what it is. I'm just like, are you doing? Yeah, that's good. I feel like, yeah. It's just like whatever you do, don't block traffic because then they'll get really mad. They hate that more than the gay thing.
Yeah. Then they'll run you over.
They're like, what? You're blocking the traffic? I can't even sit in traffic right. Oh. They're taking away doing nothing on the freeway.
I'm straight. I only drive in straight lines.
All right, last thoughts on the BYU. When is that?
It's actually tomorrow. Rainbow Day is tomorrow.
All right, look, if you live near BYU and you want to support the gays in BYU tomorrow, what time does this start?
6:30 p.m.
6:30 p.m. BYU. Support the gays. Support the gays.
Also, if you hate the gays, like do leg day today because you'll never be able to keep up with them tomorrow. Yeah, good luck. Try that. Anything after leg day is
people
impossible.
That hate the gays do leg day.
No,
right?
Not a chance. They don't own gym memberships. Like that's not. Okay,
it's just chest and arms day every day.
Dude, I went to the Gold's Gym in Hollywood. And I just want to let you know that's the gayest gym on planet Earth, and it's like that's where I used to go. Oh, and it's impressive. Like, I mean, you walk in there, and I was. You ever just feel like, man, like this is working out? You know what I mean? Like, that's good for them. Like, it was beautiful. It was all. It's weird to have so many gay men that could just so overtly beat me senseless. Like, it was just like, oh man.
Just looking
Ryan,
up tickets.
I feel like there's a whole lot of people that could do that.
Yeah, no, it's true. Most of them, like.
And you would apologize to them afterward.
Oh, always, dude. I weigh under the average of not only American male weight, but the average American woman weight. So anyone from I'm taking swings from anywhere. I'm like this close to getting John Cena every time I tell a relatively risque joke on stage. It's just.
Okay. Last thoughts on the BYU counter protest. Going once, going twice. So last thought, Google has promised to drop personalized ad tracking.
Yeah, sure they did. So here's what happened. Here's what happened with me. I recently got an ad on YouTube that I should talk to my doctor about schizophrenia. And I don't know what to do about that. I just don't, because here's the thing. Like now, because the worst part is my first thought was like, how do they know? Who were they listening? Are they doing it? And that's when I thought, oh, that's it. Like, that's it. Like,
they heard you talking on the phone. They've seen your TikToks, and they're like, he has multiple personalities. He's doing something different.
I just realized that, like, if you put that ad, you're gonna make people think they have schizophrenia. Like, that's the whole thing there. Like,
the first time I heard about like Google like ad tracking, where they're like, they'll take what you type in and they'll give you ads for the thing. I was like, how are people upset at this? I could just type in anything to Google, and then Google would be like, that exists. Here it is. Like, I just started typing in stuff like cruise with Jennifer Aniston just to see like what they would. offer me nothing. They wouldn't.
Massive, super cheap houses. Is that possible? Can I
No.
do that? Like,
Sometimes I'd be like, oh, I gotta buy new shoes. I would just go to Google, type in shoes, and then close it out. I'd be like, they'll find it for me.
They'll do it. They'll.
okay,
And
my
they
question-
do every
So you're
time.
arguing for convenience in this particular
Yeah,
case.
I've never had a problem with it. I just like, Google does my shopping for me.
Here's my only thing though: is that you ever just been thinking? You haven't typed it, you haven't said it. You ever just started thinking about like, I might
No.
need one of these, and then it pops up, and you're like, what? Like,
Yes,
how did
yeah,
that happen?
yep, yes,
It's
yes.
terrifying. It's fun, but it's terrifying.
All right, that is the end of the news. Last thoughts: Google ad tracking going once, going twice, moving on. Okay, that is all the news in a flash. Let's jump into Dan's LGBTQ for the straights. What this means is Dan is going to ask a question for the straight people. That's me and Ryan, because we're so straight. The two of us, we're the straightest.
Don't say it like we're not. Like, I mean, like we're not conventionally assumative straight, but we are straight. Like,
As Hank Green once said, yeah. So,
Oh my gosh.
Dan wants to know.
Okay, here's one question I have for you guys. Do straight people actually listen to Lady Gaga, or do you just like know of her? Is that a thing for you guys? And be honest.
This wasn't like
feel
they
like-
didn't ask us the question before the podcast. Like this is
no,
our
this
first
is
time.
100% shock because that's not what I expected the question.
No, not at all.
I'll be real. I just improv that question, so that's. I was like, "What is my gay question
So-
for today?"
I mean, personally, I don't listen to Lady Gaga, but I also don't listen to very much like radio stuff. Like if it was ever mainstream, and this isn't me being like, yeah, I listen to it. I just like I don't like the music that sounds too produced.
Yeah.
Like so I'll go and listen to like acoustic versions or like live band albums and stuff like that. I just don't like so I don't listen to Lady Gaga, but I think people do.
Cancelled.
Like straight women for sure listen to Lady Gaga.
Well,
Go
when
ahead.
she was going to do this, what was it? No, she was going to the inauguration, and I was like, please, I would die if Lady Gaga intros Joe Biden with poker face or paparazzi. Oh my gosh, that'd be amazing.
I don't
the reason that I
disrespect her as an
asked,
artist, but
I guess the reason that I ask is because she clearly has like too much money. She's giving away $500,000, and I was wondering if it was just us gays contributing to that.
it
and so
can't
that's the
just
main
be the
reason
gays. But I do think she's more of like a female demographic.
Yes,
Yeah,
yeah,
sure.
that is true.
Also, in Poker Face during the chorus,
Yes.
you can fit like right in that when she goes, "You can't see my poker face, poker face." No, is it Poker Face? One of the songs, I think it's Poker Face. There's a point where you can slip in the words, "Come on, Barbie, let's go party," and it fits, and it's perfect, and it's beautiful, and I can't stop doing it.
Oh my
Where
god,
is that TikTok, Ben? You need to reveal that to the world because that.
that's amazing.
All right, that is. I hope we answered your question. Straight men probably by far do not listen to Lady Gaga, but straight women do. I think we
My
are
best
the straights. We are the resident straights. So, all right, let's rip through some of these audience submissions. I feel like how you get into comedy. That's another one we can do for story time. So
I think
let's
we
get
should
that
do
one
that
today.
first. Yeah.
Yeah, how did you start your brand of sketches? Again, story time. What is your vision? Where do you want to be in 5 years? Can you answer that one quick? Somewhere
Netflix.
doing something.
On
Yeah,
Netflix. Yeah,
I won't say no to anything that comes my way.
yeah, literally.
Yeah,
I love this question. I get asked this all the time. Do you support LGBTQ?
I submitted that question because you clearly
Did
don't
you?
listen to Lady Gaga.
Man, I just don't know. Do I call her lady? Do I call her Miss Gaga?
It's
I don't
Miss Gaga.
Miss
Yes.
Gaga.
Of
Miss Gaga. Yeah, I feel like this is a dumb question. Yes, of course. We
Yes.
support
Such
it.
a dumb
Guys,
question
guys,
that we get all the time on TikTok
All
lives.
the
Like
time.
all the time, incessantly. It's like every 2 minutes. It's like, Here's the thing. I don't know about you guys, and it's probably because my name, like, it goes by, like, I go by Youth Pastor Ryan. I always feel like people are just trying to be like, say you hate him, so that they can like weirdly fight me for like woke credit. And it's like, I got family that's gay, and also most people assume I'm gay, so it's not like I got called gay slurs all my life, and I was like, oh, they figured it out. You know what I mean? Like, that's not. That never. I don't get. Yeah,
guys, I promise Ben and Ryan are allies. I'm friends with them.
Whoa,
They're allies. They care about us.
Too many hands and too many pockets right now, Dan. I don't know if I can, but I will. But I don't know, like, I will. All right, Dan. Real quick, would Florida pass a vibe check? And we can expand on this later. Do you think Florida would pass a vibe check?
Don't do this to me right now. Would Florida pass a vibe check? Only because Ben lives in it. And that's why I would say it is a vibe. And that's it.
I think Florida would not pass the vibe check. But I think Florida, just like if my Florida character were to be vibe checked and you were like, not a vibe, I think Florida would be like, bro, I don't care. Like, he just wouldn't bother him.
Florida doesn't give a damn about what my opinion is.
He'd be like, bro, what are vibes? I hear California say that all the time. No idea.
No.
What made you want to do a podcast? I bullied the other two into doing it.
Honestly, for me, it was like our text chats were too hilarious. Like us texting each other, where it was just like, "Oh, this has to happen." Like, this is just like. And Dan, I'm sure at some point we will talk about this, and this will be a hook for later episodes. But like Suicune, like that was there's some Pokemon jokes that are.
Yes, we'll do a whole Pokemon segment one day.
What is your favorite dinosaur?
Ankylosaurus, because it's the last terrestrial animal that had like something that was able to defend itself, like through its tail, because we don't have any of those that are living today, and it's like a hard rock, so it's more effective than Stegosaurus, and it's like lower to the ground, and it's in the
Wow.
I liked dinosaurs as a kid.
Okay. Yeah,
but I learned in my geology class that they were more likely to drown because of their their heavier side. So that's why you find so many Ankylosaurus. Isn't it like the most well-preserved dinosaur in the world?
One of them.
Sorry, I know a lot about dinosaurs.
This is beautiful. I love Ben's face for this. I'm just like,
It's like, I was not expecting this to be the most passionate.
I have no facts. I read Jurassic Park once, and I was like,
you read Jurassic Park?
I listened to it while
I don't
driving.
watch the movie. I read it.
I listened to it while driving, and the dude who, like, the guy who tries to steal the stuff and flee the island.
Yeah.
In the book, he has a way more gruesome death, and it's way cooler. And it's a Dilophosaurus that shoots him with like acid and then eats his stomach out while he's alive. It's a wonderful time, wonderful time. And they like go into detail.
Like that.
And so Dilophosaurus, that's my favorite now.
Justice.
Dan, do you have one?
Yeah, Triceratops, mainly just because of Land Before Time. Sarah wasn't like Han. She was like a sassy. Yeah. Well,
she was the sassy gay
Guppy
character.
Yeah, Sarah was like, "Who the heck are you?" You know, I don't know. I wanted that kind of confidence because I was not that type of kid. But yeah, so Land Before Time inspired that.
What made you commit to content creating?
I think we all know this. We all lost our jobs.
Yeah, I lost my job.
Disney fired 30,000 people, and they were like, "Ryan, guess what? You're in that group." And I was like, "Oh, okay."
I went full-time comedy in January. And then everything shut down. And then I went to like an army school in February. So I got back in March for like 13 days, and then everything was canceled. I was like, I picked a wonderful time to do this.
Yeah.
Dog, that's
so I was bored. Are you really doing a tour?
At some point, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we're trying.
We're going to try.
Oh, we absolutely want to.
I love this question. There's no further context or other words. It just says collab.
I mean, I think we'll consider collabing with each other. It seems iffy at the moment, but we'll figure it out.
Ryan for sure added more words to that question. With you, with him, with us,
With anyone.
I just
With
mainly
my
like
emotions?
the fact. I like the fact that we said we're going to do a podcast together, and they were like, "Are you guys ever going to collab together?" No, never. No.
No, probably not.
Okay, I love this question. Don't go into too much detail. We don't have a whole lot of time. We'll talk about this in depth later. But have you ever written a joke, thought it would do well, and then it bombed?
Oh,
yeah,
Absolutely.
every single
for
set.
sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yep.
9
But those are my
out
most
of
favorite
10.
jokes. I love those jokes because when it fails, you love to see the crowd just be like, "What?"
9
like,
out of 10
no,
new
not that
jokes. 9 out of 10 new jokes bomb, and every single time you're like, "This is gonna be great.
It's going to be perfect." Totally loses immediately.
And then I'm gonna shout this line, and people are gonna go crazy. That's always how it is for me. That's wild.
All right, purity or corruption?
Come to me, my children. Welcome to Team Purity.
Don't say that. Do not say that. That's not good wording, Ryan.
Welcome
That's
to
not
Team
pure
Purity.
wording at all.
Welcome to Team Purity. We will purify you.
Come here, children. No, nothing to be afraid of. I'm pure. I
going
will
to
make
Jim
you
Jones.
pure too.
Ben, you look real Marshall Applewhite right now. The way that you look at the camera with your eyes.
Oh, God.
I'm gonna say corruption just because I want to do anything that makes Ryan feel a little bit itchy.
Yes, yeah. I agree with
What?
that, yeah.
Why itchy? I hated that it was itchy.
Well, I'm not changing it, so you're just gonna have to stick with itchy.
That's fair. That's the most Florida answer I could have gotten. Okay.
What's the most inappropriate thing someone has asked / said to you? I have one first thing off the top of my head. I go like at the beginning when I first started like getting big. Somebody messaged me on Instagram. It was a woman who sent me a topless photo, wearing a bra, just no shirt, wearing a bra on like a rooftop.
That makes it better. Yeah.
On like a rooftop with like the Philadelphia skyline behind her. And was like, I hope this isn't too forward or you don't like Philly. And I was like, ma'am, are you like, what are you there was no proposition that went with it. She just sent me that photo. I was like, hope this isn't too forward. And I was like, forward for what? You're not asking me anything. You're just like, here's my bra and the Philadelphia skyline. And I was like, this is too much for most people.
Well, what did she think was being implied? She's like, I hope this.
I
moved to
don't know.
Philadelphia.
I messaged her back and I was like, excuse me? Like, don't send this to people.
My least favorite thing I've ever been said. So my DMs are hilarious and I love them so much. And like some people, I feel like some dudes get sent nudes. Nope, not ever. But I do get weird threats all the time. One of my favorites, my least favorite one is, hey, I think your little brother's really attractive. It's like, hey, hurtful. Like super. I just hated that one. Not me.
You're not as attractive as your little brother.
Yeah, that is a weird thing I've noticed. Whenever I talk to people, like, and that I meet them in real life, they always go like, "Oh, I bet you get like dirty messages all the time. Like, I bet people send you nudes." Not once. Nope, that's not a thing people do. It's a thing men do for sure.
Yes,
but like women don't do that. They'll women will be like, "Hey, me and my boyfriend watch you, and we think you're funny."
Which
and
is
like
so
they'll
nice.
just mean it, and they'll just genuinely mean it. Men will be like, "Hey, do you want to do sex?"
Oh yeah, I've had way more gay men slide into my DMs than straight women, like by a landslide.
Yep. And there's not even a whole lot of gay men that have done it. It's just women don't slide in. They're just like, "Hey, I think you're funny," and that's it.
Yep.
I want to go. This is a recent one. I would do very unbiblical things to you. Funny, creative. I also
at
have
least
one of
they
my.
wouldn't kill you.
That's true. Well, one of my favorites is I want to.
They're not allowed to stone you anymore.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
they can't kill you. They can't kill you with a stone. They can't kill you with the jawbone of a donkey. They can't tie you to a cathedral and cut your hair. They can't. There's a lot of things they can't do to you.
It's true. It's a low bar, to be honest. I also one of my favorites is I want to cover myself in cooking oil, just to watch you sleep. That was the whole message. I want to cover myself, and then the other one was I want to dress up in your parents' flesh and wake you up by saying, "Good morning, Ryan. It's time for school." And I'm like, why?
No,
is
that's
that
Ryan,
happening?
block
Wow.
people. Stop it.
It's
Yeah,
so
yeah,
funny
yeah.
to me because it's so creative, but it's so ridiculous. I'm just like,
Okay, I do want to address this. Someone asked, are the two guys wanting straight women to slide into your DMs? No, we're not like begging for it. I'm just saying like it doesn't happen nearly as often. It never happens. And
we're just
like,
tired of dudes coming up to us and being like, "Hey, man, you get a lot of like pics," and us going,
"Yeah." It's always
like,
the creepy dudes. They're just like, "Hey, Bo, I bet you get a lot." No, sir. And I'm not asking for it. I'm just telling, like, no, it doesn't happen.
Well, I also think, I don't know if you guys have experienced the same thing, but every time I'm on a dating app and I like actually match with people, it's always just, it's never like, "Hey, I'm interested in you." It's like, "You're so funny. Oh my gosh." And you're like, okay, what am I supposed to do with this?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's no like.
I like your videos. Do you want to go on a date? No.
For me, it's always like, and the reason
Oh, you're
why
a
is
fan?
like,
no.
For me, it's not even like you're a fan thing. It's like I am going to disappoint you. You know what I mean? Like
yes, that's it, dog. That is it. Because you're gonna
Mm-hmm.
expect me to be like not a vibe the whole time on a date or something. Do you know what I mean?
They expect me to chuckle in bed.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh no. Oh no.
I just agreed to that. No. I'm like, yes. Wait. What?
It's a joke. It's a joke. It's a joke. But is it a joke? It's a joke.
It's a joke.
All right, that is all the time that we had for this because we had fun. This went longer than I thought. So, thank you to everyone that live streamed it. This is good. I vote yes. We're gonna do another one.
Absolutely.
We'll figure out the way that we want to do it if we keep these on the live streams or what have you. But yeah, I want this to be available wherever you get your regular podcasts. So, the podcast store, app store, all that stuff. So stay tuned. Follow Dan, Bam Bam, and Youth Pastor Ryan on all the places so you can stay up to date. We appreciate you guys watching. Toodaloo.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.